All right, so let's jump right into this podcast this week. I have a very special announcement to make. I am officially going to turn over Wednesday nights and Wednesday night wrestling to the IWC. You guys can officially have Wednesday nights and you guys can have AEW Dynamite, because as far as I'm concerned, there is a new standard that has been set for what I expect when I watch AEW wrestling, and that is what I saw on AEW Collision this past Saturday. AEW showed me that it can go back to true wrestling roots. It could go back to where wrestling isn't just a high-flying Circus Soleil spectacular, but it could actually be a gritty, in-the-trenches, war-style wrestling. And to be honest, I cannot be more excited about what I saw on Saturday night. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't mention the man of the week, the voice of the voiceless, the one, the only CM Punk is fucking back, man. He lit up the wrestling world this week. And for all of the IWC fans that for the last 2 years have sat around and doubted CM Punk and written him off, calling him finished, saying CM Punk is washed up. All of the internet wrestling trolls who said CM Punk is all talk and no action. I need you guys to take a second, bask in the glory of that epic promo that CM Punk dropped on Saturday night. I mean, in true CM Punk fashion, he laid down basically an open challenge to everybody in AEW to step the fuck up. He reminded us of all of the issues that exist in AEW. He made his ambitions clear, and he reminded us that he is still fully capable of carrying a wrestling television show on his shoulders. And let's remember, Tony Khan created this world. This is Tony Khan's creation. And what we're seeing on Saturday nights is now the CM Punk playground. And I got to admit, I liked it. Now, I saw the internet chatter. I saw the IWC. I saw the Twitter world. Everybody jumping online trying to convince the rest of the wrestling world that CM Punk looked weathered, right? People saying CM Punk looked worn out. CM Punk looked old. I didn't see it. I don't think I saw the same thing that you were looking at. I did see a sign of aging in CM Punk. He's getting older, but what I saw experience. I don't see signs of fatigue. I see the marks of a seasoned wrestler who has been through the wars, who has wrestled with the personal and professional demons. And he's come out on top on the other side. Stronger, in fact. This isn't a sign of weakness to me. This is the mark of somebody who could be a champion. And yo, let's be honest. Did this not feel like the return of the old CM Punk that we've all been waiting for? That all of us who are fans of CM Punk and WWE have been waiting for? This was the real CM Punk. This was the CM Punk that we fell in love with in 2011. Let me say it right now. Rest in peace to the happy, humble CM Punk. I honestly got goosebumps watching that promo on Saturday night on Collision. I mean, does anyone remember? This is CM Punk. He's not afraid to speak his mind. He's not afraid to tell it like it is. He's going to rub people the wrong way. And you're already seeing a lot of the wrestlers from AEW jump on social media. Oh, and you're seeing the Dave Meltzers. Oh, CM Punk rubs certain people in AEW the wrong way. Man, tell those wrestlers to stop being a bunch of baby back bitches and quit being sensitive. They need to understand this is what is good for business in AEW. Punk is not only a wrestler, CM Punk is a businessman, and he understands that this type of shit is what moves the needle. This type of stuff is what sells pay-per-views. This should be a wake-up call to the rest of the AEW roster. CM Punk is not going to stop. He's going to continue to shake things up. And if they can't handle it, if some of these AEW wrestlers can't handle the truth, well, the truth is exactly what they need. The truth is exactly what AEW needs if they're trying to push their business forward in 2023. Look, the debut episode of AEW Collision honestly left me on a high. I can't wait till next Saturday. That's weird. Never said that about AEW. It was a show that was mixed with strong style wrestling, high impact wrestling. Calculated pacing is what was most important. It felt like there was a rhyme and reason to everything happening on AEW Collision. This is what AEW has lacked for so long. And don't get it twisted. I am a WWE fan. And so I can recognize the energy that we felt on Monday Night Raw. That slight spark that we felt on Monday Night Raw, that was a direct reaction to what happened on AEW Collision. Triple H took notice to what he saw Saturday, and he has changed for the better some of the low points of Monday Night Raw. And this might be a slight overreaction, but if WWE isn't careful and they slip back into that, mundane storytelling that they sometimes fall into, AEW Collision could quickly become my new favorite wrestling television show. Am I saying that after one episode? Sure. But I think I saw potential there. Now, even outside of just the CM Punk stuff, there was still other good things for me to enjoy on this show. I saw some people go, yeah, after CM Punk, I fell asleep. Well, you're not paying attention because that was a solid 2 hours of wrestling. I mean, it has to be said out loud. Welcome back, Andrade. Welcome back, Miro. Wardlow and Luchasaurus. That was so anti everything that AEW is, and it is everything that I have been dying to see from AEW. Even the match with the Outcast and Sky Blue, it was a fun watch. Everything can't be, top of the mountain. I was entertained. And then we rolled into just a fucking awesome main event. And this is coming from somebody, you guys know, I'm not over the top sold on FTR, but the combination of FTR and CM Punk, it's the right mixture. It's the sugar and the Kool-Aid. It's CM Punk brings the personality, and I can see FTR can bring a solid wrestling match. On top of all of that, the Collision set looked absolutely phenomenal, right? The wrestling was there. And I really, really, really hope that AEW, Tony Khan, that Collision can keep up this momentum. I think there's something there. Now, I think they're going to have to build on it. I think that they're going to probably need a clear roster split. I think that we're going to need to see a line drawn in the sand so that CM Punk can see who's with him and he can do his best to make this thing work. I also think that Collision's going to need its own defined titles. But I am more confident right now than I was the last 3 weeks when I kept saying, I want Collision to be good. I think it's destined to fail. After week one, I'm going to change my perspective here. I'm going to go, Collision was good. And if they treat this thing correctly, this thing has a huge opportunity to be successful long term. All right, so let me know in the comments what you guys thought about AEW Collision. Do you think it can find long-term success, or do you think this was a one-off flash in the pan because we were in Chicago?